y'all. Welcome back to Beyond the Banks of the Tennessee River. It's Amberly and Christopher. We've got with us today Michael. He's with Saltillo, Tennessee Rendezvous Festival. He's going to be telling us a little bit about what's going on with that and what we got to look forward to coming up. So, Michael, how are you doing today?
Very good. How are you?
Doing very well, thank you.
Thank you guys for having me.
Oh, no problem. Did you get over here okay with all the weather
I
that's
did.
happening?
I did. Very, 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 a little windy, but it wasn't too bad.
It is a bit windy,
Yes,
isn't it?
You know what's super exciting about today's podcast?
Yeah.
We've made it out of Clifton.
We have.
This is our first non-Clifton podcast.
Oh.
Hey, well, that's
Hey.
I'm glad to be the first.
Hey, that is.
And just for that, you got a free bottle of water.
On the house.
All right.
So really quickly, it's just to clarify, it is the Tennessee River Rendezvous.
That's
correct. The official name, and it does take place in the city of Saltillo.
It is. Yes, sir. That's correct.
All right. So Michael, tell us a little bit about the festival itself. Like, how did it come to be? How long's it been going on?
Well, it's kind of funny how it started. Actually, I'm really into the lithic art, just Native American style working of stones and stuff like that to make arrowheads and tools and that thing. Several years ago, an event that I would attend every year was they announced this would be the last year for it. So all the guys, I said, hey, if I started one, would you guys want to come? Sure. So COVID hit about that time, so it shut everything down. By the time we started this event, we were just coming out of COVID, and a lot of the historical events that were still down due to COVID, all the reenactors was hearing about it, and they were saying, hey, can we come be a part of it? And lo and behold, that's how it started. Of course, my love of history, I was all about them, coming and participating. So that's how it started, and this year will be number 5.
Okay. So about 2020.
2021.
2021. Okay, good deal.
Well, these reenactments or this festival itself, is it geared around one specific war, such as the Civil War, or just all of them kind of put together?
No, ma'am. We go all the way back in American history, all the way back to Hernando de Soto's New World Spanish expedition up to the Mississippi and up through West Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
So we touch on that period, of course, the Native American, French and Indian, Revolutionary War, 1812, Rev War, Civil War, Spanish American, World War I, World War II, and even all the way up into Vietnam.
So do they make their own costumes or are they purchased?
They are folks that are really hardcore that do make their own costumes. A lot of them do. They are sutlers and things like that hand stitch, costumes, and a lot of those guys do their uniforms through those type of avenues.
For a person like me who has absolutely zero talent in craft, I can recommend a website. It's called historicalemporium.com, and they have a lot of turn of the century costumes, mostly in the Victorian, late 1800s, but I would imagine that's a time period that's probably represented.
It is. Yes, sir, it sure is.
Is this the website you were looking on when you thought you were going to be a candy striper for Halloween one year?
Candy striper is not the word that I was going to be. I was going to be a gunslinger. I had the mustache going, and I still have the mustache. It was just a little bit more.
I don't know. The outfit I saw was candy striper. But
No. Okay, no. I know which costume you're referring to, and it was a 1920s kind of just a gentleman of leisure. What states are represented?
And we have 27 different states represented this year. We've got folks coming as far as from Maine, Massachusetts, California, Wisconsin, Iowa.
Wow.
Texas. We've got them from all across the country.
And these are all reenactors.
All reenactors, yes, sir.
That's amazing.
And the thing that really I can't express enough how much it touches me that these folks ask for not one red cent to come do it. They do it on their own dime. Just to try to preserve history, and they do it for absolute nothing.
I'm a big fan of Renaissance fairs and Scottish festivals. Before we purchased the marina, we went religiously. Anytime there was a Renaissance festival, we would go there, whether it was in Nevada, Arizona, California, and Scottish festivals as well. We attended every one that we could get to, and I love the approach that everybody takes and really keeping up that historical accuracy,
Yes, sir.
the way they talk, the way they move about. It's just so fun, and it gets you into that kind of mind frame. And since I've been in Tennessee, been doing a lot of exploring on my own.
Yes, sir.
The history of the South, the history of Tennessee, and just how it relates to American history, and it's very interesting, and it's so complex.
It is. It's rich. I mean,
yeah,
Clifton itself is extremely rich in history. All the way back to the Civil War times. So I
Mm-hmm.
mean, even before that, Native American it's extremely rich in this area.
Yeah, and I hate to sound like a nerd, but I love to watch YouTube. I mean, you can find anything on YouTube, and lately I've been watching a lot of information on the Tennessee campaigns. When Grant was coming through, the Battle of Stones River, the Battle of Murfreesboro,
Mm-hmm.
and then the Battle of Nashville, and just reading up on it, and there's just so much here you don't expect it really in America because we're such a young country.
Right. Yes, sir. And there was some action here in Clifton during the Civil War with the gunboats and stuff that traveled up and down through here. The Confederacy had a lot of iron furnaces where they smelted their iron for cannons and stuff like that. So it's really rich in this area for sure.
They certainly did.
Yeah. So with this festival, is this a fundraiser for the town of Saltillo?
No, ma'am, it's not. This is just a festival that we do for ourselves. We are affiliated with the First Division Southern Reenactors Association. They are our main 501(c) organization. Of course, the city of Saltillo helps us out as far as, giving us things that we need, such as, allowing us to have the fire trucks on the premises, use of the bleachers, things like that. And they're very supportive of us that way.
So it's just local businesses volunteer to put all this on?
Yes, ma'am. Local businesses, that's how we fund ourselves. We do get a grant. Hardin County Tourism is very gracious. The Hardin County Resort Board is very gracious with us every year, giving us a grant to help put this on. And then other than that, we just go around to local businesses and let them sell advertisement ads and donations.
So you're putting on an event that really is kind of like a Renaissance fair in a way.
In a way.
What's your background?
Well, my background goes all the way back. Of course, like I touched on earlier, my love of history. Even as a child, my cousins and myself, we would play Civil War and Indians, just like normal kids, and just grew up of doing that, and never in my wildest dreams would I ever think I would be doing this. But here we are, and I love it.
And not to throw out numbers, but how many have you seen the festival grow in participants and in visitors?
Absolutely. Last year we had around 6,000 spectators.
Oh,
that is a good number.
So that's a lot of folks from this area. This year we're getting some things together to try to use AI and things such as that to be able to get a very accurate count this year. But that was the number that we had from last year. And of course, the first year we had around 2,000. So that just tells you how much it's grown over the years. Our first year, far as historical participants, I think we had maybe 30 or 40, something along those lines. And of course, we have craft vendors and things such as that. But now it's grown to where this year we're looking at 400 plus reenactors on the field.
Where do you put them? Like, where is this in Saltillo?
It is at Smith Farms. Miss Kathy Smith is gracious enough to allow us to host it on her beautiful farm. Right in front of her home, she's got a large acreage of cow pasture and stuff like that. So we host it right there.
So how many acres does she have? Sorry.
Right there where we hosted at is around 40 acres somewhere in there. But now her farm is much larger than that. But that's just where we isolate everybody at, and that makes it easier for us to have the modern conveniences of water and electricity if we need so, or the use of her beautiful venue where she hosts weddings and things such as that. But it's also still, the view is still just really reminiscent of what you would imagined it being back then. So it's really nice, really nice.
The number of reenactors in the reenactment community is surprisingly larger than I thought it would be. That's crazy.
It is.
It's cool, though, that a lot of people want to keep history alive like that, because I thought that was really cool when I saw it as a kid. I went to Chickasaw, and they did the reenactments there, and I thought that was really, really cool. being able to see something like that.
Right.
I have friends that in Huntington Beach, California, that they actually have a Civil War reenactment. So they do that there. If somebody wants to get involved, how do they get involved?
The best way is just to attend events like this. A lot of these men and women that are involved in this are part of an organization like I mentioned, the First Division Southern Reenactors Association. It's a large group of people that spans different states. So just get in touch with those folks and just talk to the reenactors, and they can give you a number or help you out on getting signed up to join the group. And then a lot of them will take you right under the wings and just help you out. So it's not hard to get involved in it at all, especially with the Civil War. Now, this area, it's a little bit more difficult when you get into the Revolutionary War period, because there wasn't a lot of that in this area. But your Long Hunters, your Civil War, your Native Americans, there's a lot of that still around this area.
Right. You have a guest speaker coming too.
Yes, sir. We have several, actually. Saturday of the event, we will have historical speakers throughout the day, starting around 9 o'clock. That'll run all the way to about 3 in that time frame. They're set to speak every so often. We will have a gentleman from Massachusetts that's coming. He does a Dwight D. Eisenhower impersonation, looks just like him. We have a friend of mine from Savannah that's going to be doing some speaking. An 1812 persona, another gentleman that's actually going to portray one of my ancestors that is buried on this particular farm. He was Samuel McFerrin, ended up getting a land grant from his participation in the Revolutionary War, moved to Hardin County. After doing some research, he wrote that he was known under many aliases throughout his life, and during research, it's almost certain that he was one of the, I wouldn't say Washington spy ring, but he was in the spy ring in Northern Virginia during the Revolutionary War. So that's where all his aliases come from. So I actually have a copy of his pension, where he signed for his pension when he moved to Hardin County, and he listed all of the aliases he was known by in his pension.
Did the government allow him to double dip under those aliases?
Well, back then, I don't know, probably so.
They didn't have Elon Musk.
Right. But yes, sir, we do have several other guests that will be speaking throughout the day. Of course, that right now is fluid. That we did have some that was on schedule that's unfortunately had to postpone attending the event. But we're working. We have some other things going that we can fill those voids. So that list right now is still fluid. I can certainly guarantee that the speaker spots will be filled.
John Wayne's grandson?
He's not speaking, but he will be there.
He will be there. All right. What's he going to be doing?
Mr. Wayne is an author. He does a lot of Civil War period. The Gaslight Boys, if you want to look that up, is one of his group of novels that he has written. Of course, he comes and sells his books. A lot of the money he generates from his books goes to St. Jude. Very little of it does he keep for himself. Okay. Super nice gentleman. And of course, if you see him, you'll have no doubt that's who it is.
Now, you might not know this, but big John Wayne fan here.
Nice catch.
That was really good.
That was very smooth.
We're too far away to see that was actually an all-pro catch. Is he Patrick Wayne's son, or?
No, I don't have that information. I couldn't.
I'm gonna put Amber Lee on the spot.
That would be something he might be able to answer.
Amber Lee, what's your favorite John Wayne movie, and can you name 3?
So growing up, my grandfather actually watched John Wayne.
Okay.
I don't remember specific episodes. I just remember that as a child, last I remember I was probably 6, 7. But as a child, he would always watch John Wayne movies, and he had a whole collection. And that's one of the things that sticks out about my granddaddy. He was a John Wayne fan.
My mom, huge John Wayne fan.
Yeah.
So I grew up watching his movies. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I've actually kind of experienced a little renaissance of John Wayne movies, and I've been watching them all over again. Fantastic person, fantastic actor. He really conveys that bravado and just that American hero type. It's really cool. But that's great that he's going to be coming.
Yeah, he does. He's a super nice gentleman. We always enjoy for him to come. He comes in a day or two early and likes to just come sit in the venue with us and drink coffee, and he'll go into the house and eat breakfast. And, he's just super, super nice guy.
And you'll have reenactors geared towards Native Americans.
We will. We'll have there'll be more of the Cherokee type during the French and Indian period.
Now, I know that it's a sensitive topic, so it's a little bit of a flashpoint in America's culture wars. Mm-hmm. So how do you balance the sensitivity towards, and respect towards Native American tribes and customs, and still be able to put on like a really great reenactment?
So what we do on that, of course, a lot of the folks that I deal with in that period, Mr. Donnie Ross, great friend of mine, he's Cherokee. What we do, we just turn them loose. We just let them do it however they want to do it. That way it keeps it authentic to them. We don't try to sway them in any way, shape, or form on we don't tell them how to present, how to dress, how to, project how it was back then. We just let them do as they want to, and it goes really good.
That's great. That's tremendous. Let's see.
Well, I know that as a mom in the community, we're always looking for stuff to take our kids to. Mm-hmm. Are there going to be activities that are geared towards younger kids?
Oh, yes, ma'am. There'll be a lot of things throughout the weekend. Of course, Friday will be school days. So we host homeschools, and Hardin County graciously brings all their fifth grade students every year. But that is Friday. It'll still be open to the public. But Saturday, it will be a lot of hands-on activities. We'll have things such as fire starting, knife throwing. Cool. The kids will get to participate, and we'll have my son, White Bills, he likes to do junior historian. So the kids can come and get a junior historian sheet, and it gives them a list of questions that gets them to go around to each camp. And once they sign that paper or fill out the questionnaire, they can take it back to the tourism table and receive a prize for it. So there's a lot of things that the kids can be involved in.
That's cool.
So do you guys reenact any battles during that time?
We will, yes, sir. At 9:00 that morning on Saturday, April the 12th, we'll have a French and Indian raid reenactment. What that involves is we have a large encampment of what they call long hunters or mountain men from that time period. And the Indians or the Native Americans will launch a surprise attack right into the middle of the camp. And what we like the spectators to do is be milling around in the camp, and it's almost like a surprise. They just come out of nowhere, and they're right shoulder to shoulder with the spectators, right in the middle of it. So we really like that. And last year was the first year we did it, and it went over really well.
You know who'd be really great at that? Your daughter. I feel like Kara would be so good at being surprised and just panic.
She's got that down pat.
And freeze and fall or something. Oh my God, Mom! We're under attack. What do I do?
But yes, sir, we will have that, and around lunchtime or a little after lunch, we'll have a Civil War reenactment, and to close out the day, we'll have a World War II reenactment.
Do you have a cannon?
Oh, we have 6 cannons.
All different types?
We have several different types. We have a mountain howitzer.
Wait a minute, you have a howitzer?
A mountain howitzer, yes.
Okay.
The Civil War period.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I was like, oh, that's fun. A World War II howitzer. Let's bring that out.
Are we going to be shooting these cannons?
They will shoot them.
With blanks.
Blank, yes or no live fire out of the cannon.
No cannonballs flying. Sorry, Topher.
That's disappointing. I can come.
But we will have if everything goes to plan, we will have an American World War II Stuart tank that'll be on the grounds, and it will be fired as well.
Tank?
So, yes, ma'am.
Tanks are awesome.
Tanks are awesome.
What about vendors? What kind of vendors?
Oh, we're going to have a lot of vendors. We have
and do you require them to be time period sensitive or no?
Not all of them. We do have what we call Sutler Row, that'll be time period sensitive, vendors. And then we have another area that'll be our more modern craft vendors where local artisans will come in and sell their wreaths or candle, paintings, just handmade crafts such as that. So we try to involve everybody. We don't just, we want everybody, not everybody's going to like history, but the other people might like more modern crafts. So we try to appeal to everybody to get them to come in to the event.
That's awesome.
And I know we ourselves, we're foodies, big foodies. So can we look for like food trucks? What different kind of stuff? Can we look for?
Absolutely. Mr. Jason and Melanie Copley, the pirate team, they come every year. Miss Tammy Ramey, she'll be there with Clara Bells. And see, we will have some ice cream trucks there, snow cones. We'll have whole hog barbecue. See, we will have Native American fry bread.
Yeah.
We will have that. We will have Miss Sonia Nichols will be serving fried pies, hot wings, burgers.
We may have to do a travel segment.
Well, we're going to do a travel
Yes.
segment. We are definitely going to be there.
Right.
And it is April 11th and 12th.
That is correct. Yes, sir.
Okay. So it's a 2-day festival. And maybe if it gets bigger and bigger, we're going to have to do 2 weekends for a month.
I can't do it.
So like 1 weekend's enough for me.
I know. I mean, it's.
I think this is really like so awesome that you have been able to, kind of curate it and take care of this to where you're getting 6,000 people to come see it. Does Saltillo have the places to stay and the infrastructure for people to?
A lot of our infrastructure we rely on Savannah. Of course, with the hotels and stuff. Saltillo is fortunate enough to have a few bed and breakfast, and some camper spots and stuff like that. So a lot of those do get filled.
Okay, very good. And of course, Saltillo's got that boat dock over there.
Yes, sir.
How far away from the boat dock is this farm?
About 2 miles.
Okay. Are you guys going to have any like
Like a shuttle?
like a shuttle or anything?
We are planning shuttles this year. Last year, I know it's a good problem to have, but we ran out of parking last year, so that was a little bit of a hindrance to us, but and a good hindrance.
Right.
It's good when you have enough people, you run out of parking. So this year we are planning to have some shuttle service and a different area or two of parking at the event.
And where's the best way for people to find out more information?
You can look us up on Tennessee River Rendezvous Facebook page or visit Tour Hardin County. They have a lot of information and help us out on our advertisement as well.
Great. Anything else you want to put out there for everybody?
Oh, just that, again, this is a free event. Free event to the public. All daytime activities are free. Saturday night, we will have, it'll be our first year to host this, but we will have a dance through time. It'll be hosted in the venue. It'll be a multi-period dance where you can go into the venue and you'll hear music from Civil War period all the way up through the 40s. So you'll see men and women in Confederate Union dress uniforms and dresses all the way up to the World War II men and women with their uniforms.
And they'll be dancing.
They'll be dancing.
In the styles of whatever era they're dressed in.
The period music, it'll rotate. One song may be Civil War period, and the next song may be World War II period. So you can expect to see probably Civil War soldiers dancing with World War II nurses and stuff like that. So it's a little out of the box, but we thought it was just really great. It's something that people's not ever seen before. So
no, I think that's fantastic.
And now that is a ticketed event. We will the tickets will go on sale pretty soon through Tour Hardin County. Beth Pippin and her great crew that she has handles that for us every year. The tickets will be $10 in advance, $12 at the door. 10 and under will be free. We'll have a food available to purchase and stuff there also that night.
And how late does it go?
It'll start at 7 o'clock and go to 10 o'clock that night.
Okay, great.
Well, we know that putting on events can be a lot of work, so you are much appreciated in what you do.
Thank you so much.
And, that's just another example of like really great activities that are in this neck of the woods on the Tennessee River and, stuff that we really want to promote and get out there. So thank you for coming out today. I absolutely appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank y'all.
All right. Well, on behalf of Amberly, Mr. Fields, and myself, thank you so much for tuning in to another Beyond the Banks Tennessee River podcast.
See you later.